I understand your frustration, Jakaro, but there's only so much of your bluster I'm prepared to take.
What's going on?
Theron's been captured by the Revanites. Data from the Nova Blades hinted at the location of a Revanite safe house in Raiders Cove. We looked into it and were ambushed.
They wouldn't bother taking Theron prisoner unless they needed something from him.
Were I in their position, I'd do everything I could to learn how much Theron knows. Whatever the case, I stand by my decision to not impede in Theron's abduction, and I know Theron would too. Now he's in a position to do what he does.
Theron should never have fallen into enemy hands. We can't let it stand.
I wouldn't dream of leaving him with the Revanites. After all, we need to know what he's learned whilst in captivity. Hopefully you fared better with the Mandalorians.
Revan has a fleet of warships on standby.
Of course. From examining the Nova Blades data, it looks as though they've been routing Imperial and Republic fleets here to Rishi.
So the Empire and Republic are drawn into a full-scale battle, and whoever's left standing, the Revanites pick off.
And we still don't know who we can trust. We need to interfere with the Revanites' plans, if not stop them outright.
Yes, it's true. I was able to pinpoint several communications originating from another island. I'm told there's a Rishi village on the outskirts. I can't imagine they would resent our presence there.
I'm not telling them I'm some pirate.
I don't imagine you'll have to. The Rishi do seem to be very hands-off, from my understanding.
We have to assume Revan's expecting a resistance force now. You should expect to find patrols along the way.
You're new.
Are you in charge here?
We don't really operate that way, but I can act as that sort of figure if you require it of me. How might I help?
My allies and I would like to stay here.
Do what you like. No Rishi will have an issue with your presence.
I suppose now that we've left Raiders Cove, you're going to start complaining about them instead of the pirates.
You cleared the path well, and made a friend.
I am called a Renkow.
The other inhabitants on this island, are you in contact with them? Do you know what they're up to?
If an individual Rishi chooses to get involved with others, that's that Rishi's choice. Otherwise, we tend to see no reason to inquire. These other inhabitants, they have also kept to themselves. Strangely, their encampment appears to be segregated. One group looks like her, the other is less intense.
No matter what they look like, they're as good as dead.
So there's a camp for Imperial traitors and one for Republic Revanites. And they're not exactly friends. This may provide an opportunity, either to extract atonement for their deception or to employ a little deception of our own.
It's an opportunity to thin the ranks, is what it is.
Your zeal for making heads roll never ceases to surprise me, D4. But don't worry yourself, it may yet come to that.
I'll take a closer look at these Revanite camps.
And we'll attempt to establish a better grasp of their activities.
I hope we can establish where Agent Shan is being held.
As do I.
We, Rishi, would be grateful for your help around the village. If you choose to provide it, of course. Savor your travels.
I've been working against the Revanites since I realized what they wanted. Take these codes. You can purge their databanks, ruin their systems.
Be patient, Sergeant, but be ready. As soon as we have word from Revan, our work begins.
Lord Ivris, sir. It's...
You? I would have heard if there was a bounty out on anyone here. That could only mean we're found out. I suppose Darth Mar sent you to fight his battle for him. Seems his usual way. No, better still. You learned about us and thought Mar could be in on it. You're here on your own. We have the upper hand.
You've heard the stories, seen hollows of my handiwork. This really what you want? Just say the word.
You're bluffing. Strike at us now, and you won't make it out of this camp alive.
I'll survive, and you'll be the first to go. Then the sergeant. You know I'm right.
If I may say, my lord, he does make a convincing argument.
It does seem we've been less than a step ahead for some time now. Our position at our heels and in the shadows. You'll get no further resistance from me. I can't vouch for every last Imperial Revanite, of course, but I can speak for those present.
What do you intend to do about the others?
Captain Millenek's Republic contingent? Whatever your move, you'll have my fighters at your back. Ultimately, we are loyal to the Empire.
The code's worked. I suggest you leave.
When the way opens, I'll depart.
There've been reports of skirmishes in the area. I want you to stay alert for anything out of the ordinary.
Such as?
5 stars. Be ready to fire on my mark.
No, not on your mark. On mine.
You've got Ibris's people. You've turned him against the cause. Whatever you think you've accomplished, you won't stop Revan, I promise you.
This is no time for heroics, pal. Let it all out.
I don't know where Revan is. Not for sure. But there's a stronghold in the valley. It's where they took Theron Shan. I swear, it's the best information I have. And I can't ask up the chain, they'll only grow suspicious of me.
Hit the trail, Captain. Don't care where you go, but you ain't staying here.
Okay. I'm leaving. I'm gone.
Lana, Theron's being held in a valley stronghold. Could be Revan is there as well.
I'll have D4 see what the Rishi know about it. We'll work out a plan of attack once you've returned. I've never met a people quite like the Rishi. Pragmatic, accommodating, reasonable. If it wasn't for the climate, I'd consider staying.
I could see making a home here.
Can't say I'm surprised. Rishi suits you. As I mentioned earlier, I did acquire some information worth noting. Rishi observations surrounding the Revanite stronghold fit what we know. They're holding powerful warships on standby, and they're well protected.
I don't care who or what they have guarding that place. They won't stop me from getting to Revan.
I don't believe Miss Benica was finished, Jakaro.
We've been unable to reach the Imperial fleet nearing Rishi, but I can confirm from the Novablade's data logs that Darth Mar's flagship is among them.
Guess I better get to cracking some Revanite heads.
That's the spirit. I do like bounty hunters.
Press on. Stall their ships if you can, and we'll do what we can from here to reach the fleet and lend support as needed.
I'm no pushover, but you aren't joking. We do hope Agent Shan is recovered.
Yes, preferably alive. Now go show the Revanites, and, fate willing, Revan himself, why you are not to be trifled with.
Up to anything at the moment.
Transport. The enemy is poised to intercept. This is my final transmission on this frequency. We will see victory another day.
You fight, I'll cheer. Deal? fight, I'll cheer. Deal? Shouldn't you be, oh, I don't know, collecting a bounty? Guess I'm volunteered now, is that it?
Fellow servants of Revan, we are readying the anti-air cannons. If our attackers bring vessels to reinforce, we will be prepared. Commandeering our defenses. Shut down the cannons. We've lost this battle.
Good. I ever tell you you meet the most wonderful people? Here's where it gets interesting. Seeing stars. After you, I insist. Here's where it gets interesting.
I'm starting to get the hang of slicing. Theron's influence, I suppose. Give me 1 second. There. A hollow record of Theron under interrogation. Coordinates are coming your way.
And Revan?
No indication he's there, but no indication he isn't either. I wouldn't let my guard down.
Don't look at me, this is your show. Might try ducking next time. Don't look at me, this is your show. Here's where it gets interesting. You disappeared in You've done it now! You will fall!
Revan.
I should have known the Empire would send one of its lapdogs to try and find me. You should never have bothered.
What have you done with Theron?
Theron Shan's fate doesn't matter. Neither does yours. I'm changing the fate of the galaxy itself.
I get you've lost your mind.
I understand how you might see it that way, from your narrow point of view. I'm not waging some war with the Empire and Republic. I'm saving countless lives, and you keep getting in the way. The only upside in your being here, really, is that you get to bear witness. My plan's too far along for you to stop it now.
Don't listen to him. It's not over yet.
Theron, there you are.
Figured I had a lot to tell you, so I broke out. Guess I could have saved myself the trouble. Don't know how much Lana or Revan told you, but he's lured the Imperial and Republic command fleets to Rishi.
Revan wants to draw them into a fight. Try to take out the leadership.
It'll barely be a fight. Revanites embedded on both sides are gonna sabotage shields, weapons, you name it. And we can't warn them. Revan had the Nova Blades build him a signal jammer. No communications at all up in Rishi space. It'll be a bloodbath.
The next time I see you in person, you won't be pulling off any miraculous survival.
Actually, I doubt I'll ever see you again.
This place is coming down. Soon.
You could have joined me, Theron. Understandably, you're as tenacious as I ever was. Goodbye.
Here's where it gets interesting.
Hello? Are you there?
Lana? What just happened?
I appear to have sliced through 4 layers of encryption to remotely deactivate the power core.
Just in the nick of time. Don't know if I could have managed that even.
Theron, good to know you're alive. I heard everything. About the jammer, all of it. We need to regroup for an immediate attack. Whatever happens, be proud of what we've accomplished up to now. See you soon.
All right, take it easy. I'm not exactly 100%, and you're not exactly gentle.
Oh, good! The team's back together again. All thanks to you for saving Theron, of course.
He was practically out the door all on his own.
Theron, you have the intelligence on this signal jammer. You start.
Right. The intelligence I gathered in the company of several interrogation probes while being held against my will. Jammer's on a nearby island. You've probably seen it. Can't be sliced remotely. Lots of Revanite zealots protecting it. The usual hopeless nightmare, basically.
Let them try to stop me.
Time's running short. You know what to do. It's what you always do. Triumph.